Hello team, it's Rich and it's Neil, and this time it really is the cricketing summer. It's arriving, Gray-Nicolls, and it's the 2025 bat range. We're going to review it. Oh, here we go!
Oh, shot. Chatting to the guys at Gray-Nicolls, this is the shape and the profile that the pros like.
Yeah, that's a very, very nice cricket bat. There's a little bit in it, this wicket. There's a little bit in it. Oh, there is!
Now this one's come across from the Australian range.
Oh. Now this is apparently a stroke maker's bat, and I've played a good stroke.
Oh, I tell you what, wow.
Right team, it's red, it's Gray-Nicolls, and it's that lovely familiar bat of Gray-Nicolls. We're all excited by this. Well, we've got some new ones, Neil. We've got a retro one, and we've got something with some seriously new technology, which is quite exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, lots to talk about, and it's also probably the biggest bat range.
It is, isn't it?
In the UK from a manufacturer, I'd say.
Yeah.
So we better get straight into it.
We had, hadn't we? Right, well, let's start off with our classic shape.
Yep.
And again, it's the classic Pro Performance range. It's stylish, it's sleek, it's white and black, it's red. You know what you get with Gray-Nicolls. It is fantastic. We have a little bit of a curve on the toe. Just let Tom get in there and have a little look at that. We've got a very full bat shape. We have a little bit of spine so that we increase the quality of the balance on the bat. We've got a forgiving amount of wood across the bat face, the back of the bat, and we've got a flattish bat face. You've got really good balance on these Pro Performance bats, these classic bats, and they are absolutely brilliant. They are right in the middle of the range of Gray-Nicolls. They sit there, they've been there for ages. And it's a tremendous shape, isn't it?
Yeah, if you're ever undecided, you can't go wrong with that. That's just your
standard,
absolute classic, stylishly looks, and always going to work well.
It is, isn't it?
So new then? New?
We've got a bit of new stuff. We've got the STRATOS, which is quite funky and quite cool.
In a couple of different colourways.
We've got it in a couple of different colourways. And slightly shorter in the 1.1 generation there. Now, whether that's me or whether that is my eyes, no, it is not my eyes. Okay, so that's the light version, so therefore they've just taken, increased the size of the handle and just lost a little bit in the blade, which again is a very interesting way of doing it, and a lot of manufacturers are now doing that because you can keep more wood in the bat for the lighter bats.
I think the other thing to notice here actually, Rich, is what it also does is it just lowers the profile slightly. If you look on, if you can see that from your side,
yes,
what you suddenly see is it just slightly lower down.
Yeah.
So maybe probably going to benefit more of a front foot player.
Yeah.
This one's slightly higher up in terms of where that middle is. But both with massive spines, big chunky bats, square toes on this one, a little bit more rounded on the full size version, but pretty square. So
overall good balance, little bit of spine to it. Good, yeah, and a little bit higher up the blade. It's a pretty good bat. Feels very nice in the hands. Be interesting to see how that one goes. It's interesting to see how that one hits.
So then we're on to the Ventus.
Yes.
Again, new for 2025. Ventus, really this has come from the pros. The pros like this shape. This is their most preferred shape and profile in 3 different colorways. Quite a striking green. Probably more of a tealy green.
Yeah, you went with teal, didn't you?
And then a classic sort of white, black and red look.
Yeah.
A bit like the classic. From a profile point of view, you can't go too wrong. I mean, as I mentioned a minute ago, this is the profile that the pros like. There's obviously a reason for that. You're getting plenty of wood
all across
for
the
your
bat
money,
face,
all across the bat face. Pretty full profile. If anything, towards the middle and slightly lower. Bit thinner higher up, but that's because they can get more wood in the hitting zone where you want
Interesting to see the comparison on the back with the STRATOS. You've got a little bit more of a higher spine on the STRATOS.
So that's that point there that Rich is referring to, quite high.
And obviously on the Ventus, it's a little bit lower. You've got a little bit more of a finish away in the or a duck tail, as I think they might like to call it, a duck bill. A little bit of a higher spine goes further down the back, which again might promote better balance, generally does.
Duckbill, that's a duckbill platypus, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Do you like that? Getting
Does
all
that bring
technical.
us on to a sort of bit of Australia? Or not?
I like your link.
Is that a good
It's a
segue, as
good,
they call it?
very good. I like it. So we're into the Revel, which is the Aussie version.
Yep.
I wonder why that's the Revel. Do you ever eat Revels?
No.
Oh.
Very rounded toe,
Yes.
first of all on the Revel, and a high spine, really high, cut away, going to give reasonably light pickup, but with a good fair amount of wood down that central spine of the bat. That's really high.
Yeah.
Probably one of the highest, I would say.
You middle that. I think that's going to be.
It's going to go nicely.
It's going to go very well, isn't it?
Down the dead centre.
Yes.
Interested to see what it will be like
On the
slightly
sort
off.
of- Yeah, off centre hits. I think that's a good addition because that again is different, and you can see the differences here, which is really exciting.
Yeah, that's a bit more pronounced, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
So
Yeah.
there's something a bit more to talk about.
And talking about different.
Well, Gem, the main difference is probably in the colourways. Sort of a refreshed graphics for this year. Blade length,
Yeah.
probably should have a look at that, shouldn't we? That's probably your biggest difference. Shorter blade length, longer handle, as we've mentioned before. Picks up quite light, I think, the Gem. Really good for people getting into their first short-handled bat. Features quite a lot in the women's game, the Gem as well. I like the colourways.
Yeah, it is
Quite
nice.
nice.
The Gem's been around for a little while, and it keeps, and it's a really good addition to the range. I do
Yeah.
like it.
Right, talking of new additions and something a bit new, this is something we
is new,
definitely
isn't
need
it?
to talk about. So this is the NEOCORE. Rich, do you want to give us your first look and take on this?
Yeah, I like the NEOCORE because they've tried to keep going with the classical sort of colourway, and then they've added the old NEOCORE bit down the bottom. We've got a much thicker grip because you've got a much funkier and different core section going on here, which I'm sure Neil will come on to in a second. Does alter the balance slightly, allows a little bit more wood in the bat. Yeah, it's an interesting feel to it. And a squarer toe.
So you definitely touched on it there. The biggest sort of change in technology here is the traditional spine that you used to see on a normal bat won't be in the NEOCORE. They've literally put the handle, and it almost ends up running all the way through down the lower part of the bat. It's going to be really interesting to see how this one goes. They think that the performance that you're going to get in this is well, Gray-Nicolls was very excited about this. It's been 4 years in development. I'm really interested to use this in the nets to see how we get on. But the proof will be in the testing.
In the pudding, yes.
As they say.
I like this one. This will be an interesting one.
And then finally,
traditional, we love it.
I know
You
Rich
can't go wrong.
Rich is going to say a lot about this. So this is the 50th anniversary. So 50 years ago, the Scoop made its debut onto the scene. A certain someone stood near me may well have had one of them.
My dad did. I used
the biggest,
it. Gorgeous.
biggest part of the Scoop, for those that will remember it, is the big Scoop coming out the back.
You're sceptical about this, aren't you?
Only in that we talk a lot about having good spines. Now, obviously, they've taken the wood out of there to rebalance it to the side. I'm interested to see what the performance is like when we're hitting it out the middle of the bat. Do you lose anything? Do you gain anything? I can't see how you gain anything, but we will see. However, a lot more wood in and around the rest of it. But Rich, over to you, because
I do like this.
Love this.
They've kept up with the perimeter weighting down the bottom with a sticker. They used to have that on the old bat, which is in that particular style too, which is gorgeous. Love the gold. I think they've done this justice. They really have. The Scoop used to be quite a low sort of centre bat, middle sort of section of the bat where all the wood tended to be, and it's nice. I think they've done a really good job of reviving this one. I have fond memories. I shall look forward to giving that one a try in the net.
I mean, I hope you're going to bat like David Gower. That's the last person I remember.
Yeah, he was quite
seeing
good.
using that. He was quite good.
He was quite good. I could struggle with
Left-handed though.
Yeah, I've got a
Is that
chance.
where the comparisons start, or is that
and
where it stops?
starts and ends.
Right. On that bright note, let's get in the nets and give them a
Try
go.
out.
Right, Rich. I've got the Gem.
Yes.
It's had a bit of a facelift for 2025. New colourways. It's the lightweight bat. Let's see how we get on. Oh, bit of whip. I went after it.
There's a little bit in it, this wicket. There's a
tell you
little
what.
bit in it. Oh, there is! How has that happened?
This is no excuse, but it's got a square toe. Just struggling to get to grips with that to start with.
Can understand that.
There we go.
We're back in the game.
But it does feel a bit different on the floor.
There, they do take a bit of getting used to, don't they?
Definitely, but as a bat, really well profiled, really good balance, picks up light as you'd expect. I see what it's like on the back foot, but when you middle it and time it, it's, yeah, you do get full value.
Oh, there it is.
Little cut through gully. Oh. That's that lightweight one, really. Still good value, and once you get used to that square toe, you're up and running.
Yeah, a lot of wood in that, and I think that's one of the keys to this particular these ranges, the shorter blade ranges. Keep the wood in. Going to give you lots of options, transition cricketers, younger players.
Yeah, that's going to go well.
Oh yes, Neil, I hate the grip already. Horrendous. The grip, slippery as anything. I've got the gem and it looks lovely. Oh, get that grip off. Yeah, there's a lot of wood in this, and that's really simple and exciting. Just for that very reason, very full bat face. Yes, it has the square toe, and of course you will hate this. But actually, it wasn't too bad to start for the first two, because I didn't even notice. But that's okay. A nice start, that.
Pickup, what do you think? How do you find the pickup?
I'm thinking really well balanced, forgiving across the whole the whole blade. Lots of wood all the way up and down. I think that, crikey, I think really, really good option for the lighter weight bat. Should we go back foot and just see if that's... I mean, I like it. I think it's a very nice bat. It's probably not quite for me. I'm probably hitting it just in the wrong places, but I think that's absolutely fine. That's why we try bats. But I do think that is a genuinely good quality bat, and a lot of people are going to like it, but you just need to find out where you make your good contacts.
I think it's light enough, isn't it?
Easily, yeah. You could go cross, you could play every shot with this. It's really good. Maybe some would say it's a gem. Neil, talk to me.
Well, Rich, I've got the REVEL. Now, this one's come across from the Australian range, so keep all opinions to yourselves right for this moment. Let me at least give it a go. It's only fair.
Ooh,
that's those hard bouncy
length.
tracks in Perth. Feels like there's quite a lot of wood in the bat. It feels like you do get, once you're through the ball, you definitely get value. The pickup feels a little bit heavier, maybe slightly less balanced, high profile in the middle. You're going to get some value for your shots with this. I find the pickup not as good as some of the other Gray-Nicolls range. Let me just try a couple on the back foot, just to see if that makes any difference at all. It is a rounded toe, however, and I do prefer that.
Effort ball.
Just because it's...
Nicely played.
I don't think you're going to go wrong with it. I'm not sure
You're not convinced, really, are you?
I'm not overly excited. One thing I would mention is the grip. Now, I don't know how to describe this grip or what the Gray-Nicolls are calling it this year, but it's sort of liney, for want of a better phrase, but it's on all their bats. I think I would definitely be changing the grip. I struggle with this one. Just a bit slippy, just doesn't feel like I'm in full control. I think the bat's great, but I might just change the grip.
Sounds fine by me. Sensible option. I've been waiting to do this. I've just thought of it and it reminded me. Craig Revel Hallwood. I'm revelling in it. Isn't that brilliant? Now, I do like the back of the bat. That's quite funky. Oh, he's on the back foot again. Now, this is apparently a stroke maker's bat, and I've played a good stroke. So I think...
Well, we should stop there.
I think we should, because it ain't going to get any better than that. Yeah, you've got, for a stroke maker's bat, I'm guessing they're looking at balance and high spine, good pickup, and I'd wholeheartedly agree with that. Yeah, that's a very, very nice cricket bat. Isn't it funny? I mean, I just said a moment ago, it's about similar sort of shapes and amounts of wood in a bat, but if the ball doesn't ping or make contact in the area that suits you, it's probably not going to be your favourite. That straight away for me is something I would use, even without going back foot. We'll have a little look on the back foot just to confirm. Yeah, you can get through it a little bit on the back foot. I do think if you went a little heavier, I think you might get a bit stuck because it's got weight all the way up and down the blade of the bat, but that is a good one.
Rich, I've got the classic. I mean, it does look classic. This has been in the range for a little bit of time. Very stylish. I'm hoping this goes well. Rounded toe, so I'm off to a good start.
Come on then, let's see if this could be your favourite. Oh, I have bowled so well there.
That's a good start.
That is a very good half volley.
I didn't quite middle that, but I still felt a bit behind it. Even there.
There was room for excellence there.
Not sure it was perfect.
Oh, that's lovely.
That's the one. That's the classic. Really well balanced. I like the pickup. I like the graphics. It's stylish. It's class. Guess from a Gray-Nicolls, that's sort of what you're expecting in this bat. But certainly off the front foot, that's really good. And on the back foot, there's enough of a balanced pickup to give you time to do what you want as well. So it's been in the range for a while. It will stay in the range for a while, I'd imagine, because it is a true classic.
Do you want to try a couple off the back foot?
We'll give it a go.
Come on then.
You did.
What I've got to do is adjust the dial and then I get it on the back foot, so I'm really sorry about that. However, I'm so much in credit with those, it's not funny over these 3 years.
Plenty of time.
Sharp.
And you still get that power behind it if you're punching. So all round, decent stroke player's bat, I'd say.
Tell you what, that looks a good bat in your hands, and you look like you've played really well with that.
Oh, thank you very much, Rich.
It
That's the first time you've said that in 2025, so I appreciate that.
Suits his game. England versus Australia, Real Madrid versus Barcelona, the Classico.
I've no idea what he's talking about down there.
Lovely shape to this. Yeah, I like the bat. I mean, the balance to this is even better. Oh, work me.
Oh, good whippage.
Whip me. Yeah, I like the shape of that. Bit more wood a little further up the bat. So it'd be interesting to see what it's like on the back foot. Yeah, that's a nice bat. I like that. I'd say that's a really classic, simple shape. Lots of wood in the hitting zone, forgiving. You're going to be able to play all your shots front foot, back foot. I'm erring more to the Revel because you've got more wood all the way up and down.
Rich, I've got the Ventus. Chatting to the guys at Gray-Nicolls, this is the shape and the profile that the pros like. Mid-swell. Well, so much so they've also done it in 3 different colours. You've got it in this green, almost a teal, and also a black and white. I'm going to have a go with this green. Quite vibrant.
Bit greedy, isn't it? 3 colours.
Just saying, it's got a square toe.
No, OK, automatic dislike.
Oh.
You should dislike that delivery. That's a decent one.
There we go.
Good start. Back in the game.
Yeah, feels good. Really well balanced. Oh, I missed that. A good all-round profile. You're going to get a lot of runs. Even if you hit it off centre, you've got quite a bit of bat to work with. You can see why the pros like this. It's wood everywhere. Mid-swell, it's not massive in any different parts, just lots of all-round wood everywhere. So I think for all the all-rounders out there, you're not going to go too wrong with the Ventus. And again, you've got 3 different colours to choose from. So if you like the bat, that's great. You've also got a choice in colours. Take your pick.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So Ventus. Terrible, it's my only link really. A minty colour.
I think they call it teal.
So I'm going to go square toe, and I do notice it on the toeing in of this one.
Funny, I noticed the square toe when I edged a few as well.
Well, no, I wasn't thinking because of that. I was just saying I noticed it. Oh, that was inability. Oh, hit the pads.
That one.
Absolutely rubbish. Oh, there we go. Again, a lot of wood all the way up. This one, to me, feels a bit like the longer version of the Gem. So very similar shape, but the longer version.
Slightly heavier, maybe, than the Gem?
Yes. Yeah, because it's long, because of that extra bit of wood.
Yep.
And I'd say you'd notice it more on the back foot. It's comfortable, it's nice, it's a very, very good bat. Just maybe let's stick with the longer version to the Gem, really. Good bat.
I have the Stratos.
Oh, I wonder if he'll hit it out of the stratosphere.
I will do my best, Rich.
Good
I will
man.
do my best.
I'll do my best to put it in the right place. I have not put it in the right place.
Making it easy for me there.
Yes, that's what we want to see.
There we go. I'm going to go say slightly rounded toe. It's just off from square. I seem to have an obsession with toes on the Gray-Nicolls bats. Quite a full profile though. Lots of wood in all the areas you want it. Pretty decent size, big edges. Picks up quite nicely. Still struggling with the grips. I probably would change that. However, that goes nicely. Just lent on that and full value, really. I think on the back foot, we'll have a look at, see how that goes. But yeah, so far, that's a really nice bat, sort of up and down, full profile. Even if you mistime it, you're going to get some value.
How similar to the Classic is that one?
Yeah, that's a great question. Probably similar. Similar sort of profile, different colorways, obviously, but I'd say they're quite similar. So if you're in between those two, then I could understand why. I'd say sort of stroke players, shy. I don't think this is going to be a big sort of T20 player necessarily. There's probably other bats that do that, but you've got time on the back foot as well. So I think all round, probably, how long have you got, guys? This could take a while. Choice, you've got it in the blue, or you've also got it with the yellow grip and the red and black stickers.
I like the Stratos. I like the stickers. I might spend some time just admiring those. Stratos, designed in the UK. It could take a while. Another one of those, yeah, no, this one toe's okay.
Oh, that sounded nice.
Yeah, it is. It's a lighter, this one's a light bat, actually, and well-balanced one. Maybe it's the more well-balanced version.
Oh, shot of the day.
I like the shape of this. Don't think it's got as much ping in it as some of the others, but I like that. It's a really, really nice shape for the way I play.
You look really comfortable with it.
Yeah, for me, it's that and the Revel that I've really enjoyed. I think because of the Revel's gone a little bit more wood all the way up and down, you know, you might end up wandering there, but I think that's a really good shape. And again, I was able to play, have I played any off the back foot? I don't think I have. But I think you'd be able to play off the back foot too, so better check it.
That's the one.
So you're able to get through that really well. And again, because it's good balance, weight's a little bit higher up the bat face. Yeah, so that's a solid addition to the range. Similar-ish again, isn't it? Maybe similar-ish.
I think that's one thing with Gray-Nicolls, it's such a big bat family. You're going to have quite a few bats that are the same.
A bit similar-ish, isn't it?
I've got the NEOCORE. Now,
ooh, I'm excited by this one.
well, first time in a while, we've got a little bit more to say about a cricket bat. This is different. Starts at the top, starts at the handle. As we discussed earlier, it hasn't got a traditional splice, it just goes all the way through the bat. First impressions are, it's quite big down the bottom of the grip. Maybe because of that, to get that insertion. But I think it works, but it does look huge. So I think you're gonna get the lightness, but with some, hopefully with some power.
Well, let's find out.
See how we get on.
Yeah.
So this is the NEOCORE. That was a bit of width, and I took it. Oh, I tell you what, wow.
Middle.
You can hear the difference. Hear the difference. I've not hardly touched that, and that sounded great. Oh wow. Don't need to hit this hard. This does the work for you. Slightly off centre there, but still enough wood to probably score a couple of runs.
Oh, nicely clipped.
You can work it still, but you're gonna. I'm actually quite impressed with this. I wasn't sure what to expect, but when people change around with technology and cricket bats, which you can't often do because of the laws of the game, there's definitely an improvement in this though. Just some of the ones just didn't need to hit them hard. Absolute value because you've got so much wood in there.
All up and down the middle?
Yeah, 100%, real full profile. A lot of bat.
Good.
Interesting to see how it works on the back foot.
Yes.
See if I lose any timing. And then do you know what? That grip down the bottom's not affecting me anymore because I feel like I've hit some good shots. Funny how it goes.
Funny how people are so choosy. Oh, nicely
Feels
timed.
like it comes off the bat 5 miles an hour quicker, I reckon.
Oh, get that. Did you like that one? That was a good one.
I might have been a bit slow on that. One more then, let's see how we go. See if I can actually hold of one.
Here we go. When in doubt, bop it.
When in doubt, just give it a whack. I'm really impressed with that. Obviously, a lot of time and thought, about 4 years of thought and work's gone into that, and I definitely can see the benefits now. I think that's going to be really popular. It just pings off the bat an extra 5 miles an hour quicker, just playing normal shots. So definitely one to look out for. I think that could be popular.
So you quite like the NEOCORE, you quite liked...
The NEOCORE.
And?
Maybe the NEOCORE.
Okay. Feeling all sci-fi down here, Neil, with the NEOCORE. Interested to see how this one goes. You were a big fan.
Enjoyed this one.
Yeah, let's see if I do. Oh, well, that's not a good start, so I better play a bit better than that.
That's an absolute peach.
Well, I don't think I can hit that. Yes, well bowled. Okay, up and down, and in that zone, very, very comfortable. Off of the zone, a little bit less so. You feel the weight much further up, which is ironic because there's some weight taken out from the middle. Slightly thicker handle. I think people are going to like it, and I think people are going to go, oh no, I don't want that. And it's nice to see from Gray-Nicolls that there is that difference in their range. I think that's really positive. Yeah, I can see why they've brought it in, and I can see why they've given it a go. Should we go on the back foot and see if anything changes? And again, really comfortable up and down. Feels like I've got to rush a little bit, but...
Probably just getting a bit older, Highness.
Thanks. What have you got, Neil? Tell us all about it.
Well, I tell you, one of the great honours and privileges of being able to do these bat reviews is sometimes you get an absolute retro classic come back. And as one of the first few people to give it a go, I'm quite excited by this. The scoop, I've not seen this for a long time. My recollection would be David Gower probably using the scoop. I'm not going to try my left-handed. I've done that in previous years. It doesn't always work. So let's see how we get on. Now, I've never used a scoop before. Now, logic to me would say you've got less wood behind the middle of the ball when you strike it out the centre. I mean, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to see that, and those first couple still come out really nice. I thought I'd lose a bit of power. I'm not sure I have done yet.
You're enjoying that, aren't you?
Well, it's 50 years of making this. It's the 50th anniversary this year. That's why they brought it back.
Yeah.
I can see why. It's dispelled any myths I had about not getting any power when you hit it sort of bang out the middle. The benefit is you've also got more wood down the sides. I can't comment too much more, Heinz, because I know you may well have had one of these in the past, so I know you're looking forward to this.
Oh, I have. And I am.
That's scored really nicely for me.
Let's go, back footing.
50 years of history, I'll try and do it justice. Oh, that's as fine as you're ever going to get. I can't get it finer than that.
Arjuna Ranatunga, 1996 World Cup.
Oh,
I put him
got there
off.
too early. Tell you what though, that's the livery looks great. It's a really good retro comeback for the scoop. I think for those people that used it back in the 80s, 90s, that's going to go again well, I think.
Oh, here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Players Edition, the scoop, 50th anniversary. Rich, welcome home. And there was a little sticker at the bottom in that very similar vein on the original bat too.
He knows because he used to have one.
Dad had one of these. It was a lovely bat, it really was. Good length, well bowled. It's a nice shape and it just allows you to go up and down. Oh, gives you a little flick as well for the fun of it. It's a good balance, very similar to the older one. The older one had a little bit more wood down the bottom end of the bat, slightly less at the top. As a shape, it's quite surprising. A lot of people will be surprised at the amount of wood that's taken out of it, but yet how well balanced it is. Little bit of wood up there too. And comfortable shape so that you can just hit in. Yeah, I mean, overall, I was never not going to like this purely because of nostalgia. But I do think as a bat, it's a really good bat.
And I think there'll be an audience for that regardless.
Yes.
The people that used the scoop before will be raving about that anyway, and the fact it's come back.
And they won't be disappointed. Well, I'm looking forward to this because by goodness, we've got a lot to get through here, haven't we? So where should we get started with this Gray-Nicolls review?
We'll start down that end, because that's where we started with the hitting, didn't we?
We did, didn't we? We liked the gem. Again, we've got that shorter bat length, longer handle, lots of wood in it.
And a very square toe.
And a very square toe, you weren't a fan. No. I think that's going to be very popular, you know.
Yeah.
I think that it will be popular this year. I think maybe they've improved that a little. Maybe that's just me and the way I feel about it. Classic pro performance is the can't go wrong, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's going to suit everybody. I think we said that, you know, lots of wood still in the middle of the bat there. Really good all-rounder.
Yeah.
Playing off the front foot, back foot. That's going to suit everybody. It's a classic by name and classic by nature for the reason. REVEL.
REVEL was a
That's
good
the one coming from the Australian range.
Yes.
I felt you got quite good value on the front foot with that one.
Yeah, so it was a bigger spine and lots of wood in it, rounded toes. I
Yeah.
really liked that, and I thought that was very good.
Yeah.
And then we moved into the Stratos and the Ventus.
And as you can see, from this part onwards, the family of Gray-Nicolls bats just becomes
keeps growing and growing and
growing.
growing, doesn't it?
So we've got two options in the Stratos,
Yes.
different colourways.
Well, yes, we have, haven't we? Again, really good options. Funky stickers, I quite like those, and they change with the grip on, and so that's quite cool and quite different. I do like the fact that it's a bit lighter on the light version, and obviously that is, again, as you can see, without me saying too much, shorter blade.
Yeah. So yellow grip, red stickers is the shorter blade, blue is standard blade length.
Isn't it?
Yeah. That's the biggest difference between those two.
It is, isn't it? I like the spine in that as well. Very similar to the Revel, but a little less pronounced, I think, on that one. What are your thoughts on the Ventus?
Oh, this is the one that they said that preferred by the pros, the shape, the actual profile, and you can see why. I mean, it's
massive in that middle zone, isn't it?
Really big in that middle zone. They're cashing in, aren't they? Anything they hit in that sort of area. It's obviously well liked. They've done it in 3 different colours as well. You know, you've got your striking green, your teal green, and your white. That's going to be popular.
It is, isn't it? And we like the shape of them. We like the feel of them.
Yeah.
Little less pronounced on the spine, a little bit more across the back of the bat. So again, lots of forgiveness.
The one thing I would say at this point, and we've often said it in these videos, you're not going to choose your bat on the stickers necessarily in the grips. Yeah. However, I do have, I really did struggle with the grips.
You did on these, didn't you?
And they're the same on every single Gray-Nicolls bat, bar the scoop, and I did struggle with that. So I would, if I was buying a Gray-Nicolls bat, I would probably change the grip. Just wanted to say that before we get into which one we're choosing.
No worries.
Down the line.
And then we go NEOCORE, which was a bit different. For me, I found the weight was a little bit further up the bat when I used it. I think the concept is really good. I think it has some really good ideas and good technology to it, but just a little bit too far up on even though I struck the ball well with it, I didn't find it comfortable.
I think the other noticeable difference with the NEOCORE is actually the slightly wider, thicker handle at the bottom of it, where you've got now that NEOCORE technology running through. There's no splice in the bat, it's just all the way through. That for me felt a bit chunky, but actually I got used to it quite quickly. It's a very big bat, and I felt I got a little bit more performance out of it. Then we're heading into retro.
Yeah.
This is a proper blast from the past.
It was, wasn't it? And I did enjoy it.
The original scoop, and I think fair play, good tribute, 50 years on, they're bringing it back. Clearly, the standout is the profile in the back of this bat, the big scoop out the back of the middle. Now, it's the first time I've used the scoop, so I'm looking at it with a fresh pair of eyes as opposed to a renewed pair of eyes.
Yes, definitely.
And I really wasn't sure how this was going to work when you strike one out the middle, but I was really impressed with, you don't lose any power. There's still a lot of wood behind the ball. But you've also then got a bit more around, so slightly off centre, you're still going to get good value. That was a surprise for me. Felt that was quite nice.
Good.
I didn't have the same probably heartwarming feelings that you had for it, but
I did.
Go on then.
I do it. Well, again, it's a big fan. I liked the balance of it historically, and I think they've done it justice. So I think that's a good thing. Sometimes, you know, the retro things don't always come back as well as they maybe once were remembered.
The year of the 50s, Highness.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Ringing any bells?
Yeah, it is. It is. It is.
So.
Oh, we're going to make a choice.
Well, on that bright note, which bat would you choose for your potential birthday coming up later this year?
I'd actually go this one.
Right.
I'd go the Revel. I did enjoy that. I did like that. I did like the balance all the way up and down, and it suited my game. As I said when we were hitting balls earlier, it's about where the ball hits the bat when you're batting as a player, and I felt that gave me the greatest reward across the whole range, really, to be honest. I'd love to have gone with a scoop just for nostalgic reasons, but I think that's an honest thought. How about yourself?
Well, I'm going to go very unconservative.
Yes.
And I'm going to push the boat out here.
Oh.
And I'm going with the NEOCORE.
You liked that, didn't you?
I genuinely felt when I was striking that ball, I was getting an extra 5 miles an hour out the bat. I think I might have said that a couple of times.
You did?
After I'd struck the ball. But for me, it came out really pure, just that extra power. I didn't have to hit the ball very hard. There's a lot of wood behind the bat. So for me, I'm going with the NEOCORE.
Nice. I do like that.
That's the Gray-Nicolls range for 2025.
It is.
Thanks to the guys for lending us all these bats. There's a lot of them. We hope that you've liked the video. If you have done, click the like button. Hopefully subscribe. Make some comments below. There'll be more videos to come.
We'll see you soon.